What's up, weirdos? I just watched this show, and the people who made it are famously like very nice, very good people. The main two people in it are Ali Beardsley and Grant O'Brien. The whole concept of this video of like them making an evil show, and if you're looking at them like, I kind of recognize them. You probably have seen them before in like some Game Changer TikToks, which is just a wholesome, funny, good show. And the host of that show, Sam Reich, is like the CEO of, Dropout TV, College Humor. So he's also like the executive producer of the show that I'm talking about today. But these three people who are just known for being like just good, warm people with like just the cleanest, best internet reputation ever. So when I went to watch this show, I thought it was gonna be something like that. And when I tell you the depths that this place goes, it starts as a reality competition show and ends genuinely as like a psychological thriller horror documentary. Like, I'm not exaggerating, because it's really important to keep in mind, like, the stuff that we are about to watch, it is actually real. It's not a joke, it's not a bit. I highly encourage you to subscribe to Dropout and watch it. I dead ass think that it's up there with like Hearts of Darkness in terms of like a documentary about a production that goes so fucking insane. The show starts with Grant and Ali outside of Sam's office. The clapperboard, literally, it doesn't even have a title yet. It's just called Grant and Ali thing. And what they do is basically go into Sam Reich's, like the CEO's office, and pitch him the show that they're currently filming.
So
we have a good idea. We just wanted to start filming it now, so we have some like documentary style before they were famous.
The concept that they came and presented him with is that Ali and Grant both have a lot of student loan debt, to the point that Grant even says like he's just paying the interest, like it's not even going down really. And the pitch of the show is that with each episode, Sam will give each of them a challenge, and it's like some crazy thing that's like super uncomfortable, like they wouldn't want to do. It's like high stakes and crazy, and if they accomplish it, then they would get that money paid off of their student loans. So starting out, it seems up their alley. It seems like uplifting, talking about a social issue with like student loan debt forgiveness, and also it puts Sam Reich in like a position of like, oh, he's a really good guy, like he's helping them pay out their student loans. There's like a TV show for it. It seems like it could not be more wholesome.
This is like a stunt show, like a challenge show,
Totally.
in which we pay off your student loans.
yes.
But what's interesting is that in this very beginning conversation, the opening conversation of the whole show, Sam has the foresight that it's like he's paying off their stuff and also torturing them. And that like kind of feels, it just kind of is like a little bit weird, and like the dynamic is kind of off.
I think my initial concern would be that if you're putting me in the position of being your torturer, like I have like a legal and ethical responsibility to you guys as your boss.
This is what I'm saying. Like, he's a good guy. There are clips everywhere on TikTok of Sam just saying based shit.
And that's why there should be some regulation over this. And it should be the responsibility of productions to do a certain amount of paid auditions per project, no matter what it is. And the reason we can't have that is because there's no Secretary of the Arts in our country, despite the fact that it is the same percentage of GDP as agriculture and transportation.
Like, this is a guy who cares about his employees, and he ends up funding the show, but says that he can't challenge them. They have to challenge each other. And that one change created a snowball effect into what is genuinely one of like the most cursed pieces of media that ever exists. This is like a one season thing. This season, it feels like it shouldn't even be allowed to exist. Like, like the way that this was able to happen, I am so glad that it happened because of what we get to see. But it's insane. The first challenges that they give each other are like innocent, sweet, oh, scary. But like, come on, we're just having fun here.
That's Dutch girl.
It was a girl I dated in Holland. She's not my Dutch girl.
Yes, the Dutch girl that got away.
That's great.
That's insane.
Ali's first challenge was to video call an ex that she doesn't talk to anymore. And of course, like, it's a little bit awkward, but look, this is fine. And then you got Grant right here with leeches on his body, and he's got to do an interview. And he comes out looking a little bit intense, but it's all fun. I sat down. Yeah, I'm a Dropout TV subscriber. By the way, I loved them so much for this show. This is not like a, oh, I hate them, they shouldn't have made this. It's just cursed, you'll see. Okay, the thing is, the first episode, their dynamic is this.
I feel like we just scammed the company.
Next episode, same thing. In this one shot, you will see both of the challenges that they did. Ali had to get crazy tan, green hair, and then they had like their driver's license appointment where they had to get the photo renewed. So that being the driver's license was like part of the challenge. Grant, dog collar, okay, it's fun. Next episode, Ali got stuck in a coffin for the entire day, and I think genuinely a very good thing that they didn't have like extreme claustrophobia, because if there was claustrophobia involved, that is like a horrible challenge. But as it was just like, they had a little walkie-talkie in there that they could talk to people, and it was like a vibe. And then Grant had to go camping. And then for Grant's thing is he had to go camping as a Republican. And Grant had to do a stand-up set, and it was really awkward.
I've been on the dating apps a lot lately. Well, you meet some characters on there. No, it's all love.
And Allie's for that episode was they had to read the diaries that they had as a kid. But because of who they are, all the diaries of them as a kid was like coming to a reckoning with their own like sexuality and gender. And the reading of it was actually like a beautiful, poignant, touching moment. So it was like, yeah, sure, it was a challenge, but it was very touching.
I wrote a poem for a straight girl today because I'm dumb.
By the way, Conan O'Brien graphic tee in the audience of Allie Beardsley diary reading, least shocking thing I've ever seen. Actually, second least to the Pod Save America graphic tee over here. That's what I'm saying! Like, this is the crowd of these people. The fact that the show goes where I'm about to tell you it goes. It's what makes it the greatest piece of media that's ever existed. Because even the next episode, Grant has a small apartment and he has a big family. And it was just to put all of his family in there for the whole weekend. So they all had to cram in there in a 1-bedroom apartment. And then for Allie's in that episode, they had to go sing the national anthem and they can't sing at all. Also, they don't know the lyrics.
O'er the ramparts we fought were so gallantly streaming.
But then the tone switched. This next episode, something happened that set off a triggering of events that led to some of the most uncomfortable television that I've ever seen. Not just like most uncomfortable things I've ever seen. Because in the next episode, Grant is like afraid of needles and he has to give himself a shot. Like that's what the challenge is. I won't make you watch it. I won't make you watch it. But he goes like this and he goes, ah!
You did it!
Oh,
Set it down.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
the ice.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah.
But then the challenge that he gave Allie was they gotta be in bed with a snake. Allie's like, okay, sure, no problem, I got that. Imagining like, you know, like a little corn snake or something, maybe a little milk snake.
Oh, wow. Hey, girl.
Wow.
Allie needs to be in the bed.
No way.
Start the timer though.
There's not a chance.
You're not gonna.
No, actually, I'm like very serious. Like,
Snake, way too fucking big for them to say yes. Doesn't even attempt it, doesn't even try it. Too scary. So that means Allie lost the challenge and Grant gets the money that was gonna go to them. But I think the way that Allie interpreted it was like, oh, I gotta kind of up the ante. Giving yourself a shot is not enough. We're like actually doing like real, like actually scary, like I can't do that. Also the fact that they feel like they have to like up the ante just in general with each episode. It means that the next episode, the challenges that they give each other is that Allie has to show up for an entire work week drunk. On the one hand, it sounds like, oh my God, that's so funny. It goes very poorly. Meanwhile, Grant's is he has to take his pants and his underwear off, tie a string to the tip of his penis that's attached to a pulley that's attached to a bell, and he has to sit there in front of the camera and Allie and get an erection. The whole time they're showing him like just nasty pictures and like being weird, but that's the escalation that it takes. This is the turning point in the show that I kind of categorize as the coworkers are concerned about them, like in general, because they tried to actually like shoot a video during this that Allie has to be in, but they're drunk and it's legitimately like very uncomfortable and like awkward.
rock and roll. Katie, we writing a sketch this week?
I will never work with you again.
Let me know.
Okay, and still rolling. Go back to one.
That happens, okay, and it's not like, okay, that happens the first time and then Allie locks in and then they do it right. It just keeps going bad and bad and bad and everybody on set is like, God, you have one fucking line. And it's clear like because Allie's drunk and they're also shooting for Allie's show, that in that moment they're like, yeah, you know, I'm drunk, I'm having fun. This is a whole like other set of people who are actually working. It gets so awkward.
I am sorry.
Try just one real one, then we can.
Isn't it kind of funny? Like,
I don't want it. I would like this sketch not to be ruined.
okay.
And by the end of the episode when they're drinking, it's like, this is what they said.
I'm in so much pain, and the only way to get out of it is this. This is you've made me an alcoholic.
You smell like shit today.
Now, you might be thinking that the way that this show is going to go is that, oh, it actually did make them an alcoholic. Like, that challenge did make Allie. That's not what happened. It's more about Grant, because remember his challenge? Let's take a little quick sneak peek on that one. By the way, closed set, total forgiveness, cast and crew only. They did everything by the book. Everybody agreed to it. Like, don't be like, this is weird. Well, it is weird. I would not have agreed to do this. Like, there's no fucking way I would have done this, but it is like the premise of the show. That's what I'm saying. Like, to throw this challenge out there, like, I mean, the get drunk every single morning challenge is intense. Get a boner in front of me and a camera, on camera. It's like fucking insane. Like that is the last episode is what it should be. Keep in mind, there are 2 more episodes after this where they ratchet it up even higher. Not even the penultimate episode, the tree ultimate. Grant has to get butt booty naked, tie his string to his cock and get hard on camera. He was so fucking chill, so comfortable in his body. He's just chilling. He's just like, hey, whatever. But I'm not gonna lie, the tone did change when Grant took his pants off. I don't know how to say it. It did change. The moment that it happened, I just understood that I was watching like a different show. You'll see. I'll let you experience it with me.
Filming your dick now.
It's still in my pants. HR!
Grant's little butt! Sit down, you fucking freak!
Now, what if I told you there's not a black box on his ass? They blurred like the front area. I put a black box on there because I'm looking at the blur. I'm like, that's not blurry enough. And it made me realize, no. This is not Game Changer. This is not like seeing that. It just puts the show in a little way of like, we're Dropout TV. We can do whatever the fuck we want. Yeah, who gives a shit? Everybody's cool. Who gives a shit? And I fucking love that. But putting this as not the finale, it led to things. Because the thing is, it didn't happen. It couldn't have happened. It was never gonna happen. People were saying like, oh, I'm shocked it didn't happen. And he kept being like,
I don't think I've ever once been hard while I was physically swallowing food.
by the way, there's a moment in this challenge. Grant, he's so fucking funny because the stuff that Ali is showing him, I gotta blur it all. I don't even want to look at it. It's so disgusting. But he has like a strategy halfway through. It's insane to watch this.
That is where dom sub dynamics come in.
It's true.
People, find themselves when they're doming or when they're subbing. I'm just giving up control. Yeah. Oh yeah.
No!
Yeah. Show me whatever you want.
I'm gonna put a Dorito on your dick.
Fuck yeah. Throw Doritos at me.
So Ali succeeded that challenge, the getting drunk challenge. Grant failed. So they've each had one fail, although technically his fail is worse because it came later. So because the amount of money that they make each episode like goes up, it was a bigger loss, which leads us to the next episode where the entire fucking thing explodes. But before we get there, I gotta thank the sponsor of today's video, Milanote, which I am currently using in pre-production of the Spider-Man short film. Because Milanote is the perfect tool for organizing your creative projects. It's like an online canvas just designed to help you plan, brainstorm, and collaborate. For me, this is what my main board looks like for the Spider-Man short film. And it's great like the way that you can nest boards within each other. Everything like locks onto a grid and it's so easy to like adjust it. I'm a very visual person, so I don't like it when it's too much typing. The fact that it's literally just drag and drop easy as that. Like for instance, okay, let's go to my cinematic inspiration board. I literally just have the file selected, I drag it over here, bam. Just automatically populates it. And look, a GIF is just playing like that. I didn't even know that until I tried to do it and it just immediately worked. Milanote, you'll try something and it just works. It's so intuitive. If you're a visual person like me, the ability to do that, it was like mind blowing because I'm just so used to an online tool that's supposed to help with creative stuff just being horrible at that. It's just one thing on my board of creativity. I got a Harry Styles fanfic Milanote board. I'm not gonna get all the way into it, but I just wanted to show you, yeah. Or even this one, I've showed this one before. This is the short film that I made. It actually like won awards. It like went to film festivals and it won a bunch of awards. And again, I mentioned the sharing. The sharing is such a good feature because you can invite editors so people can actually like collaborate on it with you. But if you're really particular and you're like, I'm just trying to show you this actually, don't touch my stuff. They got a read-only link you can just send. And honestly, it's been very helpful. I've got very good feedback from the people that I've worked with. So truly, it is a tool that I actually actively use in my creative process. And I genuinely think that you should give it a shot. By the way, it doesn't even have to be limited to just like a creative project because if you open a new board, there are templates for everything like agencies, architecture, brand strategy, content creation. It just goes on and on and on. Honestly, give it a shot. I really think you'll like it. And by the way, free. If you're gonna do it, just click the link in my description, please. You can sign up for a Milanote account. There's no time limit. It's not like free for 3 days. It's just free. Thank you so much to Milanote for sponsoring this video and letting me show you a little bit of Spider-Man teaser. You gotta get the suit vibe and stuff we're going for. Anyways, back to this show, Total Forgiveness. I said that the next episode is really where it hits fan. By the way, I just filmed that ad like in live action. That was so much fun. Okay, the next episode, it goes crazy. Ali has some roommates that they're not really close with, and Grant's challenge to Ali is to put on like a little ear thing and try to genuinely pitch them on MLM, like one of those pyramid scheme, like Herbalife type things.
I'm gonna hide pills in all your rooms.
Yeah. Okay, you're taking a lot of those. Yeah, but I'm gonna hide pills in all your rooms.
So uncomfortable, so awkward. At the end of the day, Ali does get to say to them, yeah, okay, all that stuff was just like a joke, like it was just for this TV show, and then maybe they'll laugh about it. But the challenge that Ali gave Grant was,
You have to sell everything you own at a flea market. And you don't have to sell anything you don't want to, but you have to make $1,000 that day.
I'm gonna have to sell everything to make $1,000 at a flea market.
you can tell that Grant's demeanor a little bit there was like, fucking kidding me? Like, I got emotional watching this episode. I felt so fucking bad for Grant because like, okay, it's one thing to like really humiliate yourself. It's another thing like sell everything you have. And it gets so fucking painful because guess what, motherfucker? He sells some shit to Zach Oyama. And, you know, he starts out the flea market and he's positive and he's joking. By the way, fun fact, Zach Oyama and Grant were originally going to do it together. And then I think Zach technically left the company. They still like hire him to do so. I don't really know the inner workings. But Zach is friends with Grant. He came in, he did that. And like the vibes when Zach are there, that really seem pretty funny.
$2,000? It's $2,000 for the sheets. Here's why. There's a lot of pervs around here. That price is for the pervs. Now,
Let me know when you.
There's even a moment where he does a little flirt with a boy. Grant flirts with a boy a little bit.
okay, $5. $5. It's custom made to my body. Okay. And it's gonna be great on your body as well. It's a fantastic body. I'm not gonna stand here and say that you've got a bad body.
Grant is flirting his ass off right now.
But then the episode ends, and he sold a lot of stuff, namely his television, his bed, and his couch.
Furniture now.
When I was watching this, I cried a little bit. Oh my God. Feels so bad for Grant in that moment. Because like the money's escalating. He just lost the last round. Last round, he's being shown this disgusting stuff. Butt naked, has to like get a boner. Loses the money. Okay, like technically he's lost more than Allie has. And not only that, Allie got that money. But now it's happened again. And it's even more money. And not only does he not get that money, he actually sold all that stuff. And Allie got that money as well. So for the rest of this show, he's going home. He doesn't have a bed. This is what his apartment looks like.
Well, this fucking sucks.
That's how that episode ended. Oh my God. Because there's the other like secondary thing of like your possessions in the world are not worth $1,000. It's like two things in a row that are like, well, the first one, getting his penis out with a boner, that's like humiliating. But he's very comfortable with his body. Clearly he thought it was like funny. But there's basically been like two really like humiliating things. And then also he loses everything. And then also they have gotten the last two challenges, his money, and he's sleeping with no furniture. Which is why like this next episode, the tone is very gallows. It's like, it's not good. Like their friendship at this point is basically broken. Like honestly, because they were friends before this show, and you could see like earlier on, like they're joking, they're laughing, they clearly have a good relationship with each other. That's all part of it. Look at any of the clips from this episode and where it goes. It's so fucked up.
I'm gonna find. I'll just get something cheap and save up for something else. Like in a year.
Oh, come on. You're going to get a big payout of some form or another.
But it has to go to the loans. I mean, yeah, I didn't think that it would have to eat into your prize money.
Yeah.
That sucks, man.
Because that's the thing is like this whole thing is about like student loans and like finances and money and stuff. And then he just sells all that stuff. He's gonna have to buy new stuff. And newsflash, by the end of the show, they like, after it came out, they did like a big like post thing interview because they clearly had a lot to talk about with this. And he's like not got his furniture back yet. Because yeah, all the prize money that he gets does go to the financial aid. It's not like he can get prize money and then buy back this stuff. And then even if he did, like that's prize money that's being spent on. It shouldn't have happened. And I think that they realized that they fucked up. And it was like a clear oversight and not understanding like the whole situation. But this episode takes it even further. That's all I'm saying. This show is like, it's you watch it and you feel like there's something deeply wrong. This is them deciding what the challenges are going to be.
Perform an out there performance art piece. Mm-hmm. And you, during this performance, have to take a live shit. And that's how you pass or fail.
Like, Allie's thinking this is funny and this is crazy, and it might have been funny and crazy, and he might have like been totally down for it. He was down for the erection. Slow down. He was down for that challenge, but that was before he lost everything. Like lost everything. He had to have been going into this expecting like some sort of like olive branch to be reached out, because at this point he's lost 2 challenges. They've got his money from that, and he lost everything. He's not sleeping on his bed. And instead of like, okay, this episode we make amends, and then in the finale we do something crazy, Allie said, you already in a touchy emotional place, I need you to shit in front of a bunch of strangers. And he like, it would have been funny, but this is not the face of a man who is kind of interested in doing something crazy and funny. After they issue the challenge, there's a moment. Grant issues his challenge. Even in the midst of all this, he tries to throw something out there to like try to repair something by trying to challenge them to do something that like they would never even consider doing, because then obviously they go, no, I can't do it. Looks like the good person, but then Allie loses, he gets the money, everything's okay. Watch what happens.
You have to get a neck tattoo of your new girlfriend's name.
Fuck that. What? Allie, don't do that. Seriously.
What? No.
That's objectively insane. Allie's a performer, like on stage, on camera, can't get a neck tattoo. If I'm challenged in anything to get a neck tattoo, not getting a neck tattoo. Grant issued that challenge because he says it himself right here.
No, that's crazy.
Don't do it.
Just say no to the challenge? I mean, Grant, I'm gonna do it.
Because he's like, don't do it. Don't do it. Let me win. I've lost everything. Let me win. Give it, please. It's what's right, please. But unfortunately, Allie Beardsley is a fucking badass. Just a fucking straight badass. They end up having a meeting with Sam over this, like trying to talk about it. And Grant's trying to say, just tell them not to do it. Just tell Allie no. Just say you can't do this. And then Grant steps outside for a second so that Allie and Sam can talk one-on-one. And as Grant is leaving, he says,
Leave us alone for a little bit. Gladly. Do a job.
Really?
I'll see you in a minute.
I love you.
I love you.
I'm sitting there thinking, okay, Sam's gonna step in and say no. Grant's thinking, okay, Sam's gonna step in and say no. The thing that Sam said, I love Sam Reich so much. He's so fucking cool. This is what he said.
There's a piece of me that's trying to decide whether or not I could shut this down. And also, I admit that it is kind of the stuff of legends for you to do it.
Cool.
It's so fucking cool. That's the thing about it, is genuinely, Allie's just playing the game. There was a mistake that got made in the last episode where that challenge never should have been allowed to happen. But because it did happen, and because like, what are you gonna do about it? It just created a situation where Grant is so down tremendously. And then the moment of like, oh, I can issue you just an undoable, fucking impossible challenge. And then everything's gonna be good, like we're gonna be back on track, everything's gonna be fine. And Allie says, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm gonna do it. And Sam Reich is like, you kind of have to. It's kind of fucking the stuff of legend. And it is. And that's the thing, like, not all evil is bad. Like this show, as I'm watching it, it does feel deeply. We haven't even gotten to the climax. It's so fucked up for Grant. And yet these final 3 episodes are also like my favorite documentary ever, because for real, it's gonna get psychological thriller in this episode. Also, just I have to point out at this moment, throughout this entire show, the coworker dynamic it's always just kind of been like anything that Grant throws at Allie, except for the drunk thing. The coworkers did not like drunk Allie. But everything that Grant throws at them, the people at their work are always like, that's actually fucking sick. Go get it.
Yeah, it was a neck tattoo of Sophia's name.
When are you getting it?
Soon.
Can I come?
It's fun!
God damn it.
Anyways, it ends up happening. They get the tattoo. Sophia is there. There's Sophia right there. By the way, Sophia loved it. Sophia is so into this. Look at Grant in the background of this shot.
It's like you guys' 5th date. This is...
Yeah, it's... we're in it.
Then that brings us to the public humiliation shit ritual. Before it happens, there's a scene behind the scenes where Grant is talking to Siobhan, a former cast member, and it sets the stage for like the kind of like psychological like breakdown that happens. Oh my God, I'm so excited that we're getting to the moment because it's so insane. But I want to show you a little bit about the behind the scenes conversation so you can see where Grant's head is at like the day that it's happened.
For like the last couple weeks, Allie and I have sort of been not, like we're fine.
Oh my God, has this show like affected your friendship with Allie?
So for most of Allie and I's relationship, we've sort of been like confidants and allies. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, we're not doing that anymore.
And you can see it in the B-roll, in the shots of these last 3 episodes. Grant is putting on a happy face sometimes. A lot of the time, he's sitting there like this. And to go from like more than coworkers, like true friends, to the point you're not even talking, like it's clearly had a real impact. Like the worst thing that Allie has had to do, in my opinion, is the thing of like getting drunk for 5 straight days. That's truly like brutal, but it was successful. He had to sell everything, show that all his stuff was worth $600, and not even win the challenge right after losing a challenge where he had to like try to get a boner in front of people on camera, like to then have to go out there and do this shit. I can see literally this shit. I can see why it would have affected their their relationship. And he continues, and he's like even more honest and vulnerable here.
Like, if you're feeling genuinely upset and like that this is gonna hurt your friendship with Ali is important. Like, they're an important person in your life.
Yeah.
And in light of this, Siobhan goes out and talks to Ali to try to kind of like let them know of like, hey, I don't think Grant is in like a really good spot right now. And this is what that conversation looks like.
He's like genuinely upset and like low-key questioning whether your friendship can keep going, which
I can tell. We stopped saying good morning.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's so sad.
Yeah. Everyone will be milling around, drinking wine and eating. He's gonna have to climb up here.
It's hard to watch because it's like Siobhan comes out there and maybe they cut things, maybe there was like more of that conversation, but to just go from like, oh yeah, we're not even like saying good morning to each other. Anyways, this is the most humiliating thing that I could possibly ask him to do. It's just like, you are truly watching a documentary of a friendship falling apart. The friendship is broken at this point. They're not friends anymore. They're not saying good morning to each other. It's broken. And Ali's still there, literally like, yeah, and so then this is where he shits in front of a bunch of strangers and then he rings a bell. Grant backstage just like fucking like like it's just a thunder in his gut, like emotional turmoil, and it's not getting called off. This feels like one of those things that like I feel like it should have been called off, and the fact that it wasn't called off, as well as the fact that the flea market thing wasn't called off. I think that's the thing where like you don't see shows that give the people within them the freedom to really go like that. And they said before, like they checked with legal, they checked with HR on all these things. So don't worry, do not say Dropout TV does not do their due diligence. Everybody's consenting the whole time throughout the whole thing. But Grant and Ali they're so like, I don't know if the word is motivated or like bold, like daring. This show and the fact that they continue doing it and like showing all of these things and it actually happening, for me, honestly takes it from a reality competition show into genuinely like a psychological documentary. That the scene that we see of him going on the art gallery, I can't describe it any other way than like a documentary, psychological horror thriller drama. You'll see, but yeah, just look at his demeanor as he comes out.
Whenever you're ready.
Like everybody's just seeing that it's not funny. He's not like playing into it. This would be fucking hilarious. This would be like a fucking great finale. By the way, this isn't even the final episode. So they're thinking that they have to go even further than this. But it's like, look at the look on Ali's face right here. Them and Siobhan both watching Grant. The look on their face is like, oh fuck. Happy Grant would come out here. He'd probably try to like make a bit out of it. He'd probably be joking like, oh, and then he shits. He's just stone cold dead serious. Just like, I'm just gonna get this fucking over with. Look at this shot. Look at this shit.
I feel like I want to give him a pep talk, but I also don't want to talk to him right now.
Yeah. We'll hear a thud or we'll hear a fart.
A crinkle from the bag that's in the toilet.
The fact that it's just so quiet, if you're pushing a fart, like it's gonna come out. I cannot think of anything more embarrassing. Because at least if it was like the same thing, but like in front of a crowd, but like you gotta get a boner. At least if you do it by the end, you're like, I have an erection, and it's kind of like, huzzah! This is just like, oh, now the whole room is stinky, and everybody knows that that's your stinky, and he's not having fun, and it makes it so hard to watch. This is why it's evil. This moment right here, after everything he's gone through, I should not be having to watch this go on.
He did it! Love to hear a word from the artist.
Cool. Ali, I think I'm done. Rick, can I get some gloves or something?
Oh my, oh. The vibe on that set in that moment, oh my god. The shot of him getting scared by the confetti is hilarious though. Like objectively it is very funny, but because it doesn't feel like he's doing a challenge and he's like completed it. It feels like we just watched somebody get their bare fucking butt wiped in front of me. It's like if somebody gets their butt wiped in front of you, you're like, oh my god, dude. Like if I'm sitting in a room with somebody and then I see somebody's bare ass just get wiped, that's humiliating for them. And he's worse. It's worse than that for him. It's so not funny. And then the Grant, would you like to say a word to anybody? I love Ali. They think that it's like they're trying to do what they would do if Grant was like in a different headspace. And what do you even do in a situation like this? Like you're just trying to lighten the mood and be like, it's funny. There's nothing you can do in this situation because this situation, like realistically, I can't believe that it actually like played out that way. I'm so fucking glad they did though, because they truly documented something incredible. Like, it's so not funny. Okay.
Is there a bathroom?
So happy you did it, man. That's great. Yeah, it's out that way.
We're getting this out of the people who make Game Changer. This is who Grant is usually on Dropout TV. If you tune into something on Dropout TV, you're seeing this.
Switcheroo? You think that's gonna hold up in court? Someone pulled a switcheroo?
That's what I expect when I see Grant O'Brien on a Dropout TV show. I don't expect this. Okay, let's watch.
They were all extras. They weren't real people. They were hired extras. So they're not even like...
Allie.
It wasn't a real gallery.
No shit. Am I good?
Yeah.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I just had to let that shit rock. First of all, I love Allie so much. I can hear like the nerves in their voice. Like, it was just extras. Like trying to find something. I love the line though. It's just like they're extras. Like they're not real people. I love that so much. I love that we saw that. Like the fact that they put this in the show. It is so brave of them like to put this out there because so much props to Grant. Any pretense of I'm on a show, I have to be entertaining. This is like gonna be out on the internet is just completely dropped. And he's just like, yeah, no shit. Allie trying to act casual, trying to act like the friend. Dude, think about the arc that he just went on. His last 3 challenges. Can't get a boner on the internet in front of everybody looking at crazy stuff. It's like embarrassing, but whatever. He just lost 1 challenge, like whatever. It is like an insane challenge that should be like only finale. But then he sold everything that he owns. He has no furniture, doesn't even win the challenge, down another like, I think that one was like 8,000. By the way, money that he's not even gonna get to be able to reimburse and like pay for the furniture because it all goes to the student loan. So any furniture stuff is like fully out of pocket. So turbo fucked. Tries to get them with the neck tattoo. Like, okay, please, like just please don't do it. And then everybody around is like, it would be legendary if you did though, Allie. Oh my God, Allie, that's such an Allie moment. Allie, that's so crazy. Grant sitting there like, Jesus fucking God, please. And he has to go fucking shit in front of people when he's not even friends with them anymore and walking off set, just walking out. They did do a season recap podcast afterwards, and Grant even mentioned in that like after a day of shooting, there's a whole like recap thing. Like people rap, everybody like the crew comes together, they talk about what happened, what went well, what went bad, what needs to change. Like they have a whole thing. So the fact that he just like left straight off of that is when they knew things were like really fucked. And the director of it saying that in the background of like, see you tomorrow. And Grant saying, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
Yep.
Like that's a moment of kind of checking in and being like, are you like quitting? Like, are you done? But he said, yeah. So no, clearly not. He did not quit over this. And then comes the season finale. And the way that they start that season finale, it's like, it truly is like a fucking movie. Like, look at the opening shot. Like, they know what they're doing. They know how fucking crazy that last episode was.
I think that attempting to take a shit in front of a lot of people maybe pushed Grant over the edge.
So the office is aware of the situation. Like, Brendan Lee Mulligan is tapped in on what's going on. I love Brendan Lee Mulligan. I love everybody at Dropout TV. I'm so glad the show exists. That last episode, like it was genuinely evil and like cursed. And like this last 3 arc, Grant is one of the most tragic figures in the history of movies or television. And Allie and the director sit down, just the 2 of them, and have a little conversation before Grant comes in.
On the Grant that I used to be friends with would be funny, and on the Grant that we have right now.
Yeah, shit's changed since the beginning. Like the show has changed things a little bit.
The Grant that I used to be friends with and the Grant that we have now, not the Grant that we're friends with now, the Grant that I used to be friends with, this would have been funny. And that's what I think, like the shitting in front of everybody, that would have been funny on previous him. And it probably would have been funny for him if they hadn't got the neck tattoo, honestly. And that's the fact of like, this is the final episode. What challenge do you issue to Grant in a situation like this? You can't up the ante on him after this. Now Grant came in and he talked to the director alone and let's just go.
I've been sitting all day thinking of what I want to do for this last challenge. You know, I'm trying to think of stuff that like Allie will say no to, and it fucking sucks.
And what he said right there is like, first of all, it's so true. I love him. But just the fact that you can kind of see that the mindset has like fully changed. And this show, when pitched, it sounded like, oh, we're gonna do crazy things that are gonna be like crazy, but it's all so that we can like pay off our student loans. And what it has switched to in these last 3 episodes, I think because of how much Allie stepped it up and how there were just things that Grant just physically, he just couldn't do it. An erection in those circumstances, in this economy, selling all of his possessions and losing, being back a challenge put Grant in a situation where he's genuinely trying to challenge Allie with things that they won't do. He's saying so himself. I'm trying to think of things that Allie wouldn't even do, and it just fucking sucks. Because what do you do to somebody like Allie who will just like embrace a neck tattoo? Well, the director told him, hey, don't worry about that. Like, take a second. Allie's gonna do their challenge first. Like, the challenge to you, just wait until you've done that challenge before you challenge Allie. And then Grant revealed himself, and fuck, this guy is so like, my heart goes out to you, Grant. My heart goes out to you, brother.
No, I'd like that, because the ideas that I'm coming up with are like, send Allie to gay conversion camp.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh, even when Allie's not here.
Fucking metaphor.
Bring it in, man. I'm sorry. Come here, Grant. I'm sorry, man.
This right here, this moment, I just gotta pause on this frame and look at this for a second. This entire show, I have just been craving a moment like this where someone just goes and gives this guy a hug, because fuck, he's needed a hug for a minute. I just wish this hug would last forever. I just wish the whole episode was just Grant getting hugged. That is what's so fucked up, is that when you're going against someone like Allie, who will get a neck tattoo just because it's so fucking hard, just so legendary to do that. Love this Sam Reich told her to do it. Didn't tell her, just said it would be legendary if she did. But like, truly, what do you challenge someone like that they'll say no to? And the fact that he's saying like, that's the only thing I can think of that they wouldn't do. And like the fact that he's even having to go there. And of course, he would never do that. Because he's saying like, it fucking sucks. But truly, what do you do in that situation where it's like, no, I need to win. You need to fail. That way it'll actually like have evened out. Well, what ends up happening is this is Allie's challenge. It's just him going to a fucking theme park dressed as a little sailor boy, sucking on popsicles and having a blast. This episode, I cannot tell you enough. Oh my God. I was sitting there, I was crying. Sophia was out of town. She was in New York that weekend, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch some Dropout TV. I just binged it all in one night. I felt like a religious experience watching this, and seeing this man with a popsicle in his hand, dressed as a little sailor boy, throwing a ring. I don't want to say that it healed me, but it healed me. It healed me, it healed me, it healed me. And then Grant showed up to give Allie their challenge, and this is what that was.
My challenge to you is have 3 nice mezcals with me.
Praise God! Praise God! Praise God! There being an actual, like, a happy ending resolution to this, by the way, there's an even better resolution, just wait. But it makes me feel so, so, so good. And that's why I genuinely love this show. Those last 3 episodes are an arc. It's truly evil. Like, it's just what I'm witnessing Grant experience. There's no other word for it. It's just evil. Like, it feels like cursed media that, oh my God. I feel so bad for him. And the fact that they are so good of people and they are so nice that they'll end the show like this, save the friendship. I love it so much. But they talk about it and like the whole like recap and everything, it's so beautiful. It's so part of the experience. We gotta go through this.
Oh no, I'm gonna go.
No.
What really bummed me out, I think, was introducing money into our friendship.
It set out to be something about student loans. It ended up genuinely being about money and how it can like influence and change a dynamic between 2 people in a way. Because we literally witnessed it happen. Come over to him and then he got sad. No, because when I was watching this, I was really expecting like, okay, this is like a very cliche moment. Oh, the thing that bummed me out wasn't that I had to do it. It was funny. The thing that bummed me out was that we weren't friends anymore. But like the specificity of introducing money into our friendship. But at the end of the day, he's still down a challenge. So like it's good that they did this. It's good that they had that. But there's still like a part of me that watching this is like, fuck, I still feel really bad for Grant. Because this last challenge is worth $10,000. So it would like do a lot to go towards like making things more even, especially after he had to sell his furniture. But they softballed each other so that, oh wait, does Allie have a chance to do something fucking legendary here? Yeah, are they? Because the challenge is they gotta drink 3 mezcal shots. What's Allie say right here?
Drink it all. You drink this, then you have 38. I have 31. That's fucking fine. You have to replace all the furniture in your house.
Of course he says no. No. Inside he's like, oh, fuck yes. Thank you. Because if he had 28,000 and they had 41,000, after everything that Grant had to do, imagine the show ends. Grant only got 28,000 paid off. Allie got 41,000. The imbalance there already is fucked. And this is the stuff of legend. This is great. Of course, Grant's going, no. Of course he's gonna say no. And then Allie's gonna say yes. But he actually fully refuses.
No. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Amazing. Of course he starts crying, of course he gets emotional, of course, and then the bartender comes over and has my favorite moment of the entire fucking series. Look at this.
Aww.
You spilled your mezcal.
Thank you so much.
Oh my god, dude! Read the room! Pay attention to the moment, bro! You told your mezcal. Imagine that Allie just went like, okay, and then drinking is like, well, I had 3. Oh, I love that. I love that. The fact that they're hugging, they're crying, pouring out shots for Grant's fallen furniture, so their friendship is fine, they're all still working there, nothing uncouth. But that 3-episode arc where Grant goes from, we're just having like a reality like competition show, this is so fun, we have our own show, oh my god, me and my friend Allie, we got a show. To take him from that to where he goes in those 3 episodes. Like, I don't want to be insane, but that's up there with the Hearts of Darkness for me. That fucking documentary about the behind the scenes of Apocalypse Now. Great documentary, by the way. But this is better. I think that this is better than In the Heart of Darkness. I think it's better than Apocalypse Now. And it blows my mind that this is made by the motherfuckers who do Dimension 20. Like, I have a lightsaber within arm's reach. I have a subscription to Dropout. No, it doesn't work anymore. Fuck, okay, I'll deal with that on personal time. I implore you to get a Dropout TV subscription. Check this out. I'm not sponsored, but it's a crazy show to experience in real time and like watch the whole thing play out. I just love it when there are like good, really nice people and then they go and make something that's like a little bit fucked up. It's a little bit fucked up, but it's like, it's fucked up, but it's art! I'm sorry, fuck it, it is! If this isn't art, then why the fuck is Adrian Brody an artist? If this is art, then Dropout TV Total Forgiveness is definitely art. I love this shit so much. I love the people involved so much. They did make something a little bit cursed and fucked up and evil, but in a way that all I want to do is just sit here and go, thank you, thank you, thank you. You've done something incredible. I love this shit so much. Thank you so much for watching this. This is like, I don't know, I just wanted to make this video because I just have to tell you about this. And y'all who are watching it and like interested in this shit, you're my favorites. Just want you to know, this is our special signal. You're my favorites. Thank you so much for watching and like subscribing to me. Now, if you haven't subscribed, I'm gonna go.
This is what I look like when I got glasses on and I rotate. This is me rotating counterclockwise. This is me rotating This is me rotating clockwise. No, actually not counterclockwise. This is me rotating counterclockwise. If you want to see me oscillating, is it something like this? Is this oscillation? What's oscillation?